Everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here, and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is Hampton, Damansara. So yes, this is Hampton, Damansara. We are just beside LDP. There's a slip road just after the toll, and this is actually the Penchala Toll Plaza, the Damansara end of the LDP toll. Yeah, basically the start of LDP. There's a slip road. You have to follow or keep to your leftmost at the toll plaza coming from Kepong side, yeah, and then immediately after the toll plaza you can turn up here. Okay, so Hampton Damansara is this border of Country Heights Damansara. Yeah, there, I'm not sure if you can see, very high-end premium residential area. Not many bungalows, but very high-end for sure. And if you go through this Country Heights Damansara, right, the other end that you come out from is basically the south side of Desa Park City. So bordering this whole area on the other side of NKVE is actually Desa Park City. And of course this side here, down here, that is towards PJ, yeah, the likes of IKEA and so on and so forth. Opposite, this is Flora Damansara. And Central Park Damansara, I reviewed recently also. Those buildings there, the Cosmos, the Queens, you know, couple of it, very big project, 65 acres. Nonetheless, yes, going back to Hampton Damansara, this is a project by Mayland, and it has 2 blocks, 43 stories for 700 units. So the main facilities floor is on level 8 here. It's the 8th story, sorry, but it's not called level 8, it's actually called ground floor. And your bottom here, you got 7 stories of car park. This is P1 to P7. So this is what is traditionally the 8th floor. They call it the ground floor. And after this, it starts 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth, all the way up until 35th floor, which is actually the 43rd story. So the smallest unit that you have here is a Type A, 900 plus square feet, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and the largest are actually penthouse units. The top 4 floors, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, 4 or 5 floors there. That is a 2,000 square feet, 4 plus 1 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. So yes, without further ado, let's head in. Let's go. So you seem to have car parks here, which is a little bit unusual, but very welcome nevertheless. So you don't need to clog up the visitor lane, right? Registration. Two in, 2 out. Sorry, 2 in, 1 out. And yes, we'll just walk through. So we can walk through the car park. The lift lobby for block B, which is the block that we're going to visit for a review, is on P5. But walking up this ramp, it's obviously quite a height, right? It's 5 stories up. So we'll walk through the car park. I'll take a shortcut and we'll go up immediately to level 5 and we'll continue on from there. Yeah? Let's go. Okay, this is the lobby for Tower B. Fluted panels. And it's curved, these fluted panels here. Okay, I know some of you are going to criticize, right? And I probably will criticize also. Why is all this exposed? I'm not sure what is this part. This part here, exact half looks okay. This half part doesn't look okay. Yeah. Anyway, continuing on, okay, let's talk about the mailbox room. Mailbox room is okay, very hotel-like type of lighting. Yeah. If anything, it's nice, but I feel it's a bit empty. Don't you think so? Yeah. It somehow is, I'm not sure what's wrong, but it looks a bit empty. But as far as ambience, the decor ID, right? Or rather, yeah, the ID, it's nice, it's decent, but it feels empty. Maybe some chairs, sitting lounge here would solve it, and some potted plants. I think that's what's lacking. There's no chairs here, and it's on the other side, and the other side, right beside, somehow it's not that pleasing. Okay, let's head up to level 29. Let's go. Stepping out of the lift, we are on the 29th floor. So you have 4 lifts, all on one side. That's quite an interesting setup, including your lift bomba. This is a single-sided lift bomba. There's no double side to it. And your refuse room. Okay, let me just take a quick look at the refuse room. So the refuse room is a normal refuse room. Yeah, not the chute system. And double doors for the refuse room. So one here and another one leading out to your main walkway. And of course, you have all your ELV room, electrical room, telecommunications. So very straightforward, long walkway, and you have 11 units per floor. So 11 units per floor is applicable to the normal floors, I would say. Higher up, the top few floors, it goes as low as 4 units per floor. That is where you have your penthouse units, which are basically 2,000 plus minus square feet. And 5 feet walkway. And you notice there's actually a lot of doors, right? Why? It's because the type C units have dual doors, so it's a dual entrance. One will basically lead towards your yard area, and another one, of course, is your main door. Yeah. So all units also don't have a landing area for you. So it's directly, you have your door, and hence there's no need for a grill. Yeah. Okay, let's head to the unit to review. So this is the unit that we will be reviewing. It's a show unit, type C, 1,426 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So ID all done up. We'll also do a quick review, not a review, just a walkthrough of a bare unit. Yeah? So you know what you'll be getting bare. So immediately you have a dining area, and you notice, right, for all the rooms, all the units, the U-window panels all the way to the floor. So the aluminium frame goes all the way to the floor, to the bottom. Yeah. Okay, let's start off with the kitchen first. So for the kitchen, all units come with this L-shaped island. Yeah. Kitchen cabinet, all units are provided. Even a microwave also comes with a microwave. This is not the ID. You have a fridge. All this kitchen cabinet, everything's provided. Yeah, except the top there. And that I think is a cover-up partition. That is additional. Electrolux for the hood and hob also is provided. Yeah, so everything is Electrolux basically. And what I like about this is that this hood uses a proper exhaust to suck it up. Yeah, so this is actually very important for it to function properly. A lot of developers, right, what they do is they actually do not have this, you know. It can't work properly if there's no outlet. Yeah, it's pretty much like a car, right? There's an inlet, there's an outlet. It sucks in air, and then the exhaust from the back it throws out. If it doesn't throw out, it's actually not effective. I've mentioned this a couple of times in my previous videos. So this is the yard area. You have a washer dryer provided. Again, it's Electrolux. Your DB box is here, and this is your door, your additional door, which leads out to the walkway. So let's say you come back home, you did a lot of groceries, right? Went to the wet market. You don't want to walk through the living room there. You can enter through this back door, and you can directly enter, you know, put it into your fridge. So this is a bunk bed at the top there. All these again are additional. So this is how you can do it for your maid's room. This door's also additional if I'm not mistaken. There's no door here. Again, we'll check out the bare unit, so not to worry. Look at this one interesting feature that I really like is the balcony. The balcony is a killer. I really like this balcony. It's a huge L-shaped balcony. Yeah. And the developer, very generous. They actually allow you to cover it up. Yeah, no issues at all. So for this unit, again, this is already done ID, right? They have already done this. All this that you see is covered up, is ID. The original one only comes with that outside there. This low, this probably I would say 4 feet, yeah, or less, 3 feet, you know, around my waist basically. So by doing this, covering up, you really reclaim this external almost half of this balcony area. Yeah, will not get dirty, will not be exposed to the elements. It's nice. Yeah. Right? Imagine sitting here having breakfast. And if you are wondering, okay, now you have closed it up, right? So how do I access outside? Is it gone? Can you still access outside? Yes, you can, of course. There's another door here. This sliding door. Air cons are provided for all units. Daikin, yeah, smart control. Daikin's probably the best, in my opinion, in this field, air conditioning. So this is how the original balcony looks like. You have that, yeah. You have this, and again L shape. So this is part of the L shape. This is towards this side here, and you got a much longer piece here. Yeah. Look at the view. This is LDP, by the way. This highway that you see down here, and then there basically will be MRR2 heading towards Kampung. This here, ladies and gentlemen, look at the forest and all these houses here. So this here is actually Country Heights Damansara. Very, very upscale neighborhood. If you were to Google up, right, and look for bungalows, easily millions. Some of it even tens of millions, 10, 20, even up to 30 millions I've seen. So, I mean, you can, okay, let me zoom in a bit. I don't know, 4-story, 5-story, crazy. And this is only a small bit of it. There are, if I were to estimate, I think there are about 100 to 150 bungalows within this Country Heights Damansara. The other unit, the other type C, so there are 4 type Cs on the floor, and all these again are the corner units, the 4 corners. The other one, the bare one they will look at is at the right at the other end. So that even has a nicer view of the forest. First bedroom. So all this will be bare. when you get a unit, you don't have bed, divan, wardrobe. But again, notice how it goes all the way to the bottom, right? And wall to wall. Natural lighting is a very understated luxury. You have to have a good natural lighting within any space, be it your living, dining, or bedroom. Look at that. The other bedroom. This is slightly smaller, but still again goes all the way to the bottom, right? This part doesn't go all the way, and that's because for the master bedroom, you also have a balcony. So balcony is not just for your living, your dining, but also for your master bedroom. Impressive. Okay, common bathroom. So for the common bathroom, they actually provide exhaust fan to help on the circulation. Hence you have two buttons here. This is my hanger, all the face plates, and of course we have water heater. Water heater is the water storage system, which is above. So for water storage system, right, usually you will have, they use a mixer, hot and cold water supply. So there are two supplies basically. And actually water heater, this type of storage system is actually not too expensive. If you ask me, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 1,000, less than 1,000 you can get. Compared to your normal instant water heater, right? That's about maybe 400, 500, So very, very nice. American standard. For your sink, Groher. Again, branded stuff that they're using. And you got rain shower. American standard too for the water closet. Okay, last but not least. Okay, take note of this extra storage, right? This cabinet, right? Remember this, and we'll go to the bare unit and I'll show you something which is very unique about this whole space here and the toilet. Maybe you can't notice it now, but yes, first time I'm seeing such a layout. Okay, master bedroom. Again, you have your balcony, personal balcony, look at that. Nice. Yeah. And again, it's big enough. You know, it's big enough to put a table, a chair. You can easily put a small table, 2 chairs, breakfast every day. This is the view you get. So calming, so relaxing. Don't want to talk too much, just enjoy. Look at that, his and hers. And you got a bathtub, look at that. Nice tiles, mosaic-like tiles. And of course, the storage water heater above. And this is very high up, Can imagine it'd be absolutely nice shower. By the way, all these are tiles, of course. It's not limited timber flooring, and they are using the same finishing for the rooms also. All these are tiles, homogeneous tiles. So there's a difference between homogeneous tiles and non-homogeneous. Homogeneous basically means it's consistent throughout the entire tile. And if you were to break it, you see the side, it's also the same. While non-homogeneous is only on the surface. Once you scratch the surface, it will not look the same anymore. And that's the difference between homogeneous and non-homogeneous. Anyway, yes, this sums up the review of this unit, this layout. If you're interested to get a unit here, do reach out to CJ, or if you're an owner and you want to rent, you want to sell, do reach out to CJ, okay? He's the specialist for this project and he knows his stuff inside out, focusing on this project. Okay, now that we finished reviewing this unit, let's go check out a bare unit for Type C, a quick walkthrough. Let's go. Okay, a quick walkthrough for this unit. This is a bare unit, Type C. So this is how it looks like. Yeah, bare. So if you recall, here towards here you have your shoe cabinet, not shoe cabinet, cabinet, and hence actually this, I would think that you need to do somewhat of a shoe cabinet, since if you recall there's no foyer or landing area outside. All this provided, yeah, this whole area. Kitchen cabinet. And there's no door here. If you recall, there was a door earlier. And what's interesting, right, for this is that this actually leads out to the spot right in front of your master bedroom. So, if you remember my earlier video, I was mentioning there's a cabinet here. It's actually a partition done. And it's basically the back of the bed, the bunk bed at the top there. This is actually the toilet. So this is actually a very unique toilet because it has no, it's a standalone, you can imagine, right? It's just a structure right in the middle of the unit, top there, yeah, not connected to any side, and hence it doesn't have a window. Very unique layout. Okay, let me talk about the main point again. This balcony. So this is the original balcony, and look, it's how big it is connected. Yeah. Imagine the view every morning. That is block A. Yeah. And the top few floors, you have your penthouse units. These are the 2,000 square feet plus minus. Fully sold for those. But Type C you still have. Gotta be quick, reach out to CJ. His name and contacts is below in the description and also in the comment section. So this is where you have your outdoor air compressors. You can put two more here. It's meant for your rooms. So your rooms, I don't think so they've installed all the air cons, but air cons are provided for all the units. No point to install and expose it to the elements, right? If there's no purchaser yet. Yeah. Now you can see how big this window is, right? Without all your ID. So this is a bit dark. And hence you need the light and of course the exhaust fan that I mentioned earlier on, yeah, to help on the ventilation. Okay. Master. With an emergency button there also. Yeah. Should go directly to the guardhouse. Built-in wardrobe for your master bedroom. So your master bedroom has built-in wardrobe, only your master. Your other two bedrooms don't have. Not just one side, but this side too. And this is the toilet. So the toilet, you have your mirror. Shower screen there. Rain shower provided. And this bathtub. Okay, yes, that sums up the review. Okay, not review, walkthrough for this unit. Now let's check out one final unit before we head down to the facilities. And that's a bare unit for Type A. This is also going to be a quick walkthrough. Let's go. So this is an intermediate unit, Type A, 910 plus minus square feet. 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And a +1 area. So this can be a +1. Yeah. As a matter of fact, in terms of the size, right, purely in terms of the size, if you refer to the UBBL, the building bylaws, this actually fit into the criteria for a room. You just need a wall and a window, but it'd be weird to have a window looking into the common area, right? That's why, hence it's not a room per se, but it's quite a sizable area. Yeah. This side here is the kitchen. All these are provided. And you have your balcony. This is the common bathroom. Dual doors, so this is to the bedroom. And again, you have the exhaust to help on the ventilation. This is the first bedroom. Aircon are provided, as mentioned. For this unit, they've not installed yet. And again, that makes perfect sense, right? Why would you want to install it if there's no one is here yet? Because these type of things, sometimes they get yellow very quickly. Unlike these electrical appliances, it will not get yellow. Yeah, there's a finishing, a chrome finishing to it, unlike your aircon. So this looks into, this is the view, LDP at the bottom. That side there, that leads towards Kota Damansara, IKEA, the curve. Yeah. So this is Flora Damansara, not the nicest of view. Yeah. Nothing compared to the other view, right? If you want to get a unit here, I strongly recommend to get the other view, especially Type C with a nice balcony, or even Type A but the other side. Personal preference, again, just personal preference. Okay, and last but not least, this master bedroom. Nice. Look at that. Of course, the Type C is significantly more expensive. It's almost 50% bigger, 1,004 plus, compared to this only at 910 square feet. So yeah, who wouldn't want better stuff? But if price is out of reach, then I would suggest to get something that is affordable. I think that's the most important things when you get property, right? Always get something that you can comfortably afford and not overstretch yourself. Not stress yourself with monthly payments, living month to month. And even the small unit, you have a bathtub for this 910 plus minus square feet. Yeah. 2 bedrooms with a bathtub. Nice. It's a very big sizable bathroom. And again, there's a lot of emphasis on quality luxury living. Yeah. Hence, the bathroom, the size of it, his and hers, and only 2 bedrooms for this layout. Okay, so yes, that's about it. That sums up the review of this Type A, of all the units here, Type A, Type C. If you're interested to get a unit, do reach out to CJ. His contacts and his contacts is below in the description. Now that we're finished checking out this unit, let's head down and check out the facilities. Let's go. We have the lift. We are on the 8th floor, but because of how it's numbered, right? So this is actually numbered as G, yeah. And hence the floor that we visited earlier, 29th, is actually 37. You add 7 stories or 8 stories rather. Okay, so this is the main facilities floor. There are no other facilities floor, no sky facilities. Or rather, let me correct this. There is a sky garden, but that sky garden is exclusive only to those few penthouse units. Yeah, so it's not open to the lower floors. This is the surau. Very quick one. Yeah, very simple. Management office. Customer relation office. That sounds interesting, but I'm not sure what it means. This is supposed to be a saloon, if I'm not mistaken. At least on paper, right? It's allocated space for a saloon. And then of course you have a mud, you have a laundry and a few other facilities, but all those are still not up yet. All these are covered up. So I'm not sure what is it supposed to be. It's not written. Nice. Okay, so let's start reflexology path and outdoor exercise equipment. Oops, sorry, taking the mode. My bad. Okay. Kids playground. Okay, let me tweak. I think I got the wrong mode. Is this the right mode? Yeah, I think this is the right mode now. It's okay. I'll not really say outstanding, right? If you have watched my videos, you've certainly seen a lot better. Now this is interesting. How is laid? There's a BBQ pit here, but there's also another BBQ pit at the other end. And this basically is the lift to go down to your lower floors to your parking. Yeah. Water playground for the kids. A lounge. One very important selling point about this swimming pool and all this, the kids playground, right? The kids water playground. You got an aqua gym there. Is that this water basically uses salt water. So earlier in the morning when I came, right, you could actually see the workers pouring salt, like bags of salt into this swimming pool, and they don't use chlorine. Salt water swimming pool is actually much better because it's gentler on your body, your hair and your clothing. Yeah, so less red eyes and so on. They use salt for this whole area instead of chlorine. Okay, and salt also, in case you are worried, right, that it might taste bad, you have probably, let's say, drank somehow ocean salt water, right? No, this is actually much better. This is very, very mild. If anything, like ocean salt water is like 10 times more concentrated than swimming pool levels, yeah. So don't need to worry that it tastes bad. And another thing about salt water also, right? It actually can help to soothe your sore muscles and also relieve pain and stiffness from arthritis and so on. So this is the aqua gym. So all this here, salt water, not chlorine. Yeah, so that's a main selling point of the gym. Of the swimming pool, sorry. The swimming pool and the swimming pool gym. Yeah, this aqua gym here. Okay, let me... Not much to explore. On paper though, it's very impressive brochure because it's stated as 70,000 square feet of facility space. That's a lot, that's big. This is a function room, but they are currently using it as a VP. So you can see. Can I enter? Yeah. So this is just a quick look. Again, it's just interim. So, it's supposed to be a function room. Once they are done with it, then yeah, you use it as a function room. Likewise, same for this. Also a function room, but they're currently using it for key collection. And the gym. Max. It's the brand. It's okay. A lot of empty spaces, all this. Indoor golf. So indoor golf is interesting. Unfortunately, we do not have any, okay, you can't see through. We do not have access. You will need booking in advance from what I understand. Nevertheless, we'll do with, oh, can you see? Yeah, so basically it's a screen, you're supposed to you project onto it the golf range, and then from there, you're supposed to hit against the screen. Yeah. We'll use photos for that. And yes, this is the final bit of it. You have a basketball court. This basketball court doesn't have flashlights, floodlights at night. If you're an owner here, please lobby for the developer to add half-size basketball court, and here another BBQ pit. Yeah. Rained earlier in the morning and it's drizzling now. Hence that's why sometimes when I see BBQ areas which are covered, which have lights, which have fan, I always emphasize this is good stuff, the complete package. That's the tour. So yes, that sums up the review of this particular property here at Hampton Country Heights, Damansara. Yeah, I want to emphasize that Country Heights, Damansara. So it's a very exclusive address and it borders this nice big forest. Yeah, nice green lung here. Yeah. If you want to get a unit, do get the unit that is facing there. Really, I think that's the key selling point. You really get a nice morning view, right? You look at all these big, expensive bungalows. That is crazy. That is really a get that view. Yeah, don't get this side. There's really nothing much towards this side. So yes, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this property in the comments below. To me, again, I think there's a lot of need to emphasize on the view, right? The location and the how close is it to greenery. Because in this age, right, when there are so many developments, you have developments side by side, everything you don't want to look into, you don't want to feel stressed after work, you don't want to come back to a place that is high density, that kills the crap out of you, right? You know, that is just boring. You want to really come back to a place where it's calm, it's peaceful, and it's nice. You get to enjoy the fresh air. There's a lot of benefits actually staying beside a natural forest reserve, you know, to a green lung. Of course, mental health, and I think I did, there's a research that actually lists a whole list of benefits. Your lifespan also will be actually better, and your health in general, yeah. In terms of sickness, you know, in terms of mental health, that will all be a whole lot better. So, okay, yes, if you're interested to get a unit here, do reach out to CJ. His name and contact is below in the description. Thank you. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. If you found this video useful, feel free to share it with your friends and families. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!